So they took down the leader, and the Iron Fist of Arcus was detached from his body. It let out a shockwave, and it teleported them to our world, as the lore goes. Then they come back. During that time, there's a bunch of prisoners who end up in Cloudcracker prison with the Traptanium, which was the events of Trap Force. Then, around mid timeline, we get to the events of Skylanders Spyro's Adventure,
Yeah.
which was like, that was the basic, Chaos is trying to take over Skylands by blowing up the Core of Light. Fucking, he fails because you build a new Core of Light. You go through. Honestly, I feel like Skylanders Spyro's Adventure had the best level design and the best music. Like, put me in the Quicksilver Vault because the Quicksilver Vault was my favorite level, and that music literally fucking gets me every time. I love the Quicksilver Vault music. Skylanders Giants had Athos's favorite level, which was the Drill Bot, that robot that just fucking raps.
The rapping robot.
Dude, that fucking robot actually laid down a fucking sick ass beat while you're fighting him. Like, I go back sometimes to listen to it, and it's like, damn, boy was kind of spitting some bars. And then you have like the events of Giants like happens after Spyro's Adventure, but the ancient history happened before.
Mm-hmm.
Because then the Giants came back after thousands of years of being gone. And then Captain Flint, instead of traveling in a hot air balloon like he did in Skylanders Spyro's Adventure, he gets an airship.
Okay.
Same thing in Swap Force, where we finally meet the Swap team, which they're able to just swap their body parts. The lore of the portals is a portal master's never meant to use a portal on themselves.
Oh yeah, what happens if they do?
It's it's just kind of like a bad, not like a bad omen, but like a taboo for portal masters to use
Oh.
their portal on
Yeah.
themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, that led to me standing on my portal a lot.
Like maybe this time I will get transported to the world.
Well, Chaos is a portal master.
What? He's a player just like me and you.
Yeah, no, kinda. He's a portal master, but in the Adventure of Giants at the beginning of the game, you see him step on a portal, and Glumshanks, his like little freaking goblin that follows him around, says the portal master is not meant to use a portal on themselves.
Oh, that must be why he's so ugly.
I've seen uglier, and I've seen
Yeah.
people who could spell worse. Because he didn't even spell chaos as chaos, Kaos. And in the events of Swap Force, when you fight his mom, shit was crazy because the boss fight was actually really neat because she'd disappear from the fight and you could hear a voice coming from your portal. You'd have to take your Skylander off the portal to find her when she's in like that little void of where you're meant to put your Skylander.
Mm-hmm.
And she'd be like, "What? How did you find me?" And it's like, you know what? That's actually really clever. I like that. Because Chop Chop's an Archean. He has the same mask. If you play through Skylander Giants and you're going through like the last level, I think, you find statues that look like Chop Chop, and it's like Chop Chop's an Archean. It's actually interesting. He's an undead Archean. And it's like the Archeans had such a neat design of being like highly advanced, like ancient robots.
Yeah.
And they literally ruled Skylands for thousands of years. Like these guys were kind of assholes, and they ruled over this land for so damn long with giant fucking Archean Conquertrons as their like tools of fucking destruction. But then after like even like I don't even know all about Trap Team because I think in Superchargers I think they added in two new elements,
Mm-hmm. And what were those?
light and dark. Because you didn't have that. You had magic. You had I think I can still remember all the elements. You had magic, water, fire, earth, life, tech, undead, and air. think those are the elements that I can remember. I don't know if I'm missing any. 'Cause I used to have an old poster that hung up in my room that had them in the order, and I think it went magic, water, life, fire, tech, undead, air. Fuck, man, it's hard to remember. But then they added 2 new elements with like all kinds of Skylanders, and it's like, you broke the system.
How dare you break the system?
And they had freaking like, honestly, what was your favorite element to play as?
Fire.
I did like fire. Fire had some good ones, like igniter. Oh my god, igniter was. My favorite was the tech element,
Yeah.
obviously, because it had the fucking coolest. My favorite, but I feel like I got him, but I feel like I mistakenly got rid of him. You know, being a dumbass kid. His name it was Drobot, the fucking like dragon that had like robot parts. I loved him because he had such a cool voice. I also liked Trigger Happy and fuck, I forgot the other tech element. What are the tech elements, dude? Oh my god, how do I forget? All I remember is there was Drobot, Trigger Happy, Drobot, or Drill Sergeant, that was his name. There's a fucking fourth one because there was 4 Skylanders in the original for each set. There was 4 for magic, 4 for, you know, all the elements. There was original 4, so you just multiply it by 4. Honestly, I'm gonna look at OG Skylander poster. There's 4 for magic, 4 for, you know, all the elements. There was original 4, so you just multiply it by 4. Honestly, I'm gonna look at OG Skylander poster so I can remember. Cause your boy's dying right now. I'm trying to remember this.
I also liked playing as that one like aqua dude that had like a harpoon gun.
Oh, Gilgrunt, dude. Yeah. Oh, okay. I see now. I know what I'm talking about. I was right. There was magic, earth, water, fire, tech, undead, air, life. I still have this poster somewhere. Yeah, for magic you had Spyro, Double Trouble, Wrecking Ball, and Voodooed. Earth you had Bash, Dino Ring, Prism Break, Terrafin. Water you had Slam Bam, Zap, Wham Shell, and Gilgrunt. Fire, Igniter, Sunburn, Flameslinger, and Eruptor. Tech had Boomer, Drill Sergeant, Drobot, and Trigger Happy. Undead had Hex, Cinder, Chop Chop, and Ghost Roaster. Air had Whirlwind, Sonic Boom, Lightning Rod, and I can't remember her name. And then Alive had Camo, Stump Smash, Zook, and Stealth Elf. Dude, I don't know if I sent this meme to the group chat, but it's something you might fucking vibe with.
Dude, Zeke sounds so familiar. Which one was he?
Who?
The Zeke.
Zeke?
Yeah.
What, from the Skylanders?
Yeah. Which one was he?
I didn't say Zeke.
Oh, what did you
Zook.
say? Oh, Zook. Which one was he?
He's like the weird Jamaican plant guy with the rocket launcher.
Oh.
I'm gonna send you this, Andrew. You're gonna love it.
Alright. Skylanders.
Skylanders of the tech element are stronger in this zone. Shit hit hard, man.
Yeah, I did.
Cause you had fucking Eon just blast in your ear. Fucking insert element is stronger in this zone. It's like, shut the fuck up. Who actually cared about that? I just played as the Skylander I liked the most, and then they'd be over leveled for the final fight. Get Spyro up to like level 10 because I think 10 was the max level, and then just fucking use him, and you can honestly just steamroll through the final fight.
You really could too.
Unless you were playing on like a way harder difficulty. I know they did have way hard difficulties. Skylanders of the tech element are stronger in this zone. Shit hit hard, man.
Yeah, I did.
Because you had fucking Eon just blast in your ear, fucking insert element is stronger in this zone. It's like, shut the fuck up. Who actually cared about that? I just played as the Skylander I liked the most, and then they'd be over leveled for the final fight. Get Spyro up to like level 10 because I think 10 was the max level, and then just fucking use him, and you can honestly just steamroll through the final fight.
You really could too.
Unless you were playing on like a way harder difficulty. I know they did have way hard difficulties. Back and playing the OG Skylanders, man. Whew.
Whew, good time.
Shit gets me fucking excited to be fucking 6 years old again. My dad even like I came home one day, and when we lived in town, that house that we passed by that one day when we were walking, up on the very top story, by that sliding glass door in the porch, my dad set up like a bench for me because we had like a table with like two benches for chairs, and they were like leather benches, and he set up a small TV for me and my Wii hooked up, and Skylanders was all ready. He literally made me like my own little game spot, and so happy.